Good,
Start.
good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of GOQii Health Stories. And I bring you today's stories from the milk capital of the world. Literally, our GOQii player today is somebody who's been working in the dairy industry for a very long time, and he's been, what we popularly called a scientist in that entire area. And being involved in the food industry, his days have been very challenging, with no or very little physical activity, a very carb heavy diet, which got him to some not so happy consequences with being obese and having a number of healthcare challenges which started cropping up. But the rest is history, as we say. You will see the amount of changes he has made in his life journey, but more importantly, he has enjoyed every step of the way, and now this has become a permanent shift in his lifestyle. So, without any further delay, let me welcome Venkat to the show with such an amazing journey. So, first of all, congratulations, Venkat. We are very happy to host you on GOQii Health Stories.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I should say thank you to entire GOQii team to bring such a wonderful platform to motivate the people to realize the most important part of one's life is that one has to be in sound health. So that is the most important requirement of the life. So I learned that lesson through GOQii. Thank you so much for creating such a wonderful platform to.
But Venkat, before we go into our platform, you are somebody who is a food scientist. You understand protein, carbohydrate. You understand food at a molecular level. You have such deep understanding with food. So tell me, how did your relationship with food get so complicated? Being a food scientist, you should be having a great relationship with food.
Yeah, being a food technologist, you can call it as a specialty in dairy technology. We know about the food and micro and macronutrients and all these things. But the thing is that once you enter into your professional life, so you are into such a kind of situations wherein you stuck in your VC cycle. So every day to the job and to be on the task which is at hand, you had to sometimes you forget what is you know better, you forget to apply the same thing to you. So that's exactly what has happened with me.
No,
uh,
but I think in your journey, right? I mean, you started working in Amul, which is, of
yeah,
course, everybody in India has consumed Amul products, ghee,
yeah.
butter, milk, and it is also one of the most famous brands in the world. So tell me, when did you join Amul, and how did, because you are a food scientist, you should know about nutrition. How did your nutrition journey went wrong?
So I'm working with Amul since last 17 years. Okay. So, our daily day-to job involves the product manufacturing and quality assurance, and then a lot of testing. You need to test the product before releasing it to the market. Okay.
So you
So,
have been drinking gallons of milk,
yeah,
eating butter every day.
not only butter and different products like cheese. My factory where now I'm posted is having a lot of product portfolio
Ice
like
cream also.
fruits,
Amul
ice
has.
creams, cheese, butter, ghee, and then milk. Lot of fermented products like dahi, and then also sweets, milk-based sweets, of course. And also we have snacks range like French fries and all these things.
Amul has French fries also.
Yeah, yeah. We have French fries
I
like
had
that.
no idea about that. And you being the food scientist, you have to taste everything.
Yeah, at least you had to taste something out of entire lot before clearing it to the market.
And tell me something, with such a access, we all love, who doesn't love butter? And especially, I'm from Mumbai, where the most famous dish here is pav bhaji,
How about
which
you?
has equal amount of butter and equal amount of potatoes and bhaji, right? That is how the best bhaji is made. So you must be eating a lot of these kinds of food, I assume.
Yeah, yeah. That is as a part of your job, you have to taste those products. That's must.
And tell me, what did that happen? What did it do to your health?
So the only one problem with my health is that, sir, my body is obese. Obesity is the this one. Uh, my weight gone up to 90, and
Wow.
I'm trying to control my weight since last you can say 9 years. So I'm putting a lot of efforts from 2013 onwards. But the thing is that I never achieve what I want in terms of, because you can call it as a consistently inconsistent. Every new year I start with a new resolution that this year I'm going to reduce my weight.
And that only works for 2 days.
Yeah, that will work hardly weeks, at the most 1 month after the end of January every calendar year. So that enthusiasm died down. So you are busy with your work, and I have a lot of travel as a part of my job.
Hmm.
So basically, I forgot about my own health
Yeah.
being a food technologist.
But it is amazing that in your life, clearly your family has played a big role.
Yeah,
And I think somewhere the trigger for you to make a change came from your family. So
right.
at this point of time, I would like to invite your amazing family, your wife Rupa and your kids Unnati and Jaswant also live on the show so that they can tell us that how you were living a life of eating butter and ghee and ice cream and French fries. So, welcome to the show, Rupa. So nice to see you.
Thank you, sir.
So, tell us the truth. How many slabs of butter you were using every day to cook? Since you had unlimited supply of Amul ghee and butter.
घर पे तो एवरीडे सब होती है सर, बटर तो होती है।
नहीं, पर आपको तो ज्यादा होता होगा ना, क्योंकि बटर तो आपको अनलिमिटेड सप्लाई।
अनलिमिटेड तो नहीं है सर, लिमिटेड है।
So in Amul, sir, we don't get anything free
No,
as
no,
a
I'm not saying free,
customer.
but because you're working there, you get
Yeah,
more.
so that is just available at my gate parlor. Whatever we want, you can just walk down for a few minutes and you will get all the entire range of Amul products. That's what it is, the reality. So we'll bring a lot of dairy products, of course, all from my factory outlet. So
So tell us, Rupa, what happened? What did you see in Venkat which made you worried that कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा अभी?
सर पहले तो मैं बहुत परेशान थी, वो कुछ भी नहीं करता। मैं वो सुबह उठाती हूँ तो आके सोफा में लिविंग रूम में आके सो जाता था। तो ऐसे 10 days में उठाती हूँ, जबरदस्ती मेरे लिए जाता था, जबरदस्ती मैं प्रॉमिस करती हूँ तो अभी नेक्स्ट डे कंपलसरी मैं जाऊंगा करके, लेकिन जाता नहीं है। फिर मैं उठाती हूँ, ऐसे ऐसे करके हम लोग दोनों के बीच में फाइट भी होता है ऐसे के लिए, जाके थोड़ा सा कम करो ऐसे करके। तो फिर ऐसे ऐसे फिर मैंने लास्ट तक मतलब छोड़ ही दिया था मैंने, तो फाइनली मैंने
You've been trying this for over 10 years. You've been telling him, right?
yeah, it's almost more than 10 years, so you can call.
Wow, more than 10 years, huh?
तो फिर मैंने छोड़ दिया था, मैंने जाओ तुम जो मर्जी कर लो अभी करके। तो फाइनली पता नहीं गोक्यू का सुना है कैसे भी करके, फिर वो जब वो वॉच मैंने पहले भी एक वॉच खरीदा है ऐसे, तो फिर वो उन्होंने भी मतलब यूज नहीं किया था, बस ऐसे वॉक किया था, ऐसे इतना स्टेप्स हो गया करके। फिर अभी गोक्यू का लिया है तो तब से वो रेगुलरली, मुझे लगा ये भी 10 days होगा नहीं तो 1 month होगा, लेकिन रेगुलरली उन्होंने किया तो मुझे कॉन्फिडेंट आ गया, चलो अच्छा है, कम से कम तो यूज तो हो गया।
बट यू नो समथिंग, द रीजन क्या है? द रीजन इन्होंने गोकी को इतना यूज क्यों किया, आपको पता है उसका रीजन? वो रीजन है कि देर इज अ सीक्रेट, लाइक दिस से दैट ये लैम्प के अंदर एक जीनी है, उसी तरह गोकी के अंदर गोकी नहीं, उसके अंदर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, वो है गोकी कोच। एंड
Yes,
गोकी कोच makes all the difference in people's health.
yes.
And now I am actually going to call the GOQii coach of Venkat, who's played a big role in this, Parul Massey, live on the show. to also tell us कि exactly क्या secret हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. So welcome to the show, Parul. Where is Parul?
Yeah, hi sir. Hi Venkat.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good
Fantastic.
evening.
So nice to see you, Parul.
Thank you.
Tell us from which city are you joining in?
Yeah, I'm joining from Lucknow.
Lucknow, and here we have Palanpur, right? He's in Palanpur right now in Gujarat, and I am from Mumbai. So we can see already हमारे पास तीन अलग-अलग शहरों से लोग जुड़े हुए हैं. And here Parul, Venkat has shown such an amazing, difference in his own health and life. But like, we were just hearing कि पहले ऐसे नहीं था, ये दिन में आधा आधा किलो बटर खा लेते थे या चीज खा लेते थे. So tell us, how easy or difficult was it for you? And when you started the journey with GOQii, what were the challenges you identified in with Venkat's lifestyle?
What he told me that most of that he was working in the factory. That is what he told me on the intro call. And he said कि movement तो होता है, physical activity थोड़ा होता है, but it's not regular, continuous नहीं होता है. Half of the time I'm sitting also and doing work. And the main challenge was that he was saying कि I have been trying. मैं बहुत टाइम से ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू डू इट एंड आई एम नॉट एबल टू मेंटेन दैट. मतलब इट्स बीन कांस्टेंट, आई एम ट्राइंग बट नथिंग इज बीन हैपनिंग. थोड़ा बहुत होता है एंड अगेन आई मिस्ड इट आउट एंड वो कंटिन्यूएशन में आई एम नॉट एबल टू डू
ये
इट.
पैटर्न तो इनका सालों से चल रहा है. दैट्स व्हाट रूपा जस्ट टोल्ड अस दैट ये तो हर टाइम होता है, राइट? तो ये नया क्या था? व्हाट वाज द डिफरेंस? व्हाट डिड यू डू डिफरेंटली?
I just motivated him that you have to increase your activity. You have to increase your step counts. You have to be active. You have to do some walking after lunch, some walk after dinner, and some walk in the morning time. I can't say that you go and do 10,000 steps in one go. That is not possible, but I will break it and I will ask you to do it in 3 parts. So this is how I divided his schedule, and after lunch some walk, after dinner some walk, and some exercise sessions in the morning. Like I asked him to do some crunches, which you can do. You don't want to go out, it's fine, but do some exercises which you can do it at home only. And then I've changed the meal pattern also and asked him to reduce the portion size. This is what he started doing it.
So tell me, Venkat, मतलब when your first call happened with Parul, what was your reaction? आपको क्या लगा कि कौन ये मेरे को कहीं से भी कोई ज्ञान दे रहे हैं? Rupa has been telling this to you for 10 years and you never listened. Suddenly what happened? Why did you start following what Parul was telling you?
Sir, to be frank with you, initially I have my own reservations, so there is no requirement of coach. So then once I received my tracker and my son forced me, you got this code, activate this, and let's say if it's a 3 months free, then you try it for 3 months. If it is not good, then we'll discontinue. That was the thought process. And the first intro call I got from Massey ma'am, Parul ma'am, that she told a few things. She motivated, you just start initially, so make it a habit, धीरे धीरे करो, लेकिन करना जरूरी है. Then after first intro call, I receive a note, entire note. I thought that it's just an intro call. It's not much of use to me. That was my initial reactions. Then what I got it in the written form is that everything what we discussed during the entire call, everything has been mentioned.
So you have minutes of the meeting, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you can call it as a minutes of meeting in my professional life. So every minute detail, what you have to do, like starting with step count, you just increase the step count, right? 3,000 target for a 3,000 steps a day, then increase slowly to 6,000, 9,000 like that. Ultimately, you target for 10,000 minimum step counts. Then second thing, the madam rightly said, she introduced me to the crunches. Okay, so initially I started that. I feel lot of pain, and then I continued for second day.
By the way, that Amul also has Amul Crunch.
Yeah.
Which is the chocolate.
Yeah, true.
So she introduced you to Amul Crunch or GOQii Crunch?
Yeah, it's a combination of both. So I started crunches, And then, sir, so basically we are from South. My food contains maximum carbs,
Idli,
carbohydrates.
dosa,
Yeah,
sambar chawal, rasam chawal,
yeah, that's true.
upma. I mean, we all love South Indian food, right?
Right, sir.
And I know Rupa is an excellent cook. I can see that from her.
Yeah, yeah, she's very good at cooking. So most of the time I'm unable to control my portion size. So if I want to eat, I start eating. That's it. So madam told me, see, you need to have carbohydrates as well as others. Being a food technologist, I understand the importance. Then I started slowly to replace the maximum carbohydrates with protein, then fibers. Then madam introduced me to the importance of fruits and veggies. So like that, after 3 months, I can say at the end of my free subscription about to expire, I realized that this is the main factor rather than what I'm doing, exercises and all these things. The diet played a vital role to see the transformative changes. Like I feel lot of ease, मतलब मेरा बॉडी ऐसा लग रहा था कि बहुत हल्का हुआ है, ऐसा फील होने लगा आफ्टर 3 months. So then I find that this is the reason. So I need to work on my fitness as well as my diet, and most importantly, the sleep. So I have very bad, poor sleep quality. So with the help of GOQii tracker, with the analytics part, which I like the most. So every day morning, I wake up at 5 o'clock. Before starting that, I'm eagerly waiting for what is my sleep score today. So initially it was started like fair, so below 60s, 70s like that. Then, so with all the changes, the sleep score has started increasing towards good, excellent. Most of the time it touches up to 92.
92. That's excellent.
So I find this is the way to go ahead. So I renew my subscription for 1 year. So then madam introduced me to the strengthening exercises. So that was...
So before we go to strengthening exercise, I want to ask, Rupa, that, you've been telling it for him for 10 years. What happened? Why did you think suddenly Venkat started listening to Parul, who's sitting Sat Samundar Par, and, he's doing everything? What happened? Because you must be seeing everything, right? And you also thought कि first month के बाद he is going to give up. What happened? Why did you think he didn't give up?
जो भी है सर अच्छा है, मेरे लिए तो अच्छा है। वो स्ट्रेंथनिंग उसने हेल्थ में कंसंट्रेशन किया था, मतलब हेल्थ में किया था, तो मेरे लिए तो अच्छा है। जो मैं भी बोलूं तो नहीं सुना, मैम बोलो तो सुना है, तो जो भी है मेरे लिए तो अच्छा है।
नहीं, वो तो अच्छा है, पर मैं पूछ रहा हूँ बैकग्राउंड में क्या हो रहा था, राइट? वी नो द व्हाट ही इज बीन पुटिंग ऑन द GOQii ऐप, वी नो, बट what is the background? Suddenly he is no longer eating so many idlis and so many dosas and all that, right? So what happened in the house?
So actually this time I took it seriously, and the second thing is that ma'am is such a nice person. Even when I'm traveling, first thing she told me that, see, you go to any hotel, you just let me know what options you have. Then I will suggest what to take, what to not to take.
So literally, she was reading the menu and telling you what to order.
Yeah. So that is the thing. I feel that this is so somebody as a coach, maybe that much is not required. She's mentoring like a personal touch to me. So I feel that my wife is saying so many years, and she's also so many times. Sometimes she used to fight like, see, ultimately our health is most important to our family. So, sir, the trigger point is that with the help of GOQii, I realized once I start seeing some results, the way I feel myself, like I have light body, I'm active, my productive levels are increasing both in factory, and my, sometimes I was frustrated because of some XYZ factors. So that was gone away. So I started believing that, so this is the best which is happening to me after so many years. So I had to continue without any break. So sometimes my coach said you need to take 1 day break at least in a week. And my wife is also saying the same thing. Sunday, at least break your routine. But I continue with Sundays also. Not active, at least
So
passive.
tell us, Venkat, now, before GOQii and after GOQii, what has been, the biggest change you have seen in your life?
So the biggest change is that the GOQii app changed my mindset, first of all. So I start believing that it is possible to reduce the weight or whatever health condition is there, because I'm reading a lot of health stories and healthy reads which are available on GOQii. I realized that this is not the marketing gimmick, okay, because I'm working with a marketing organization, Amul. We know the gimmicks, what are the gimmicks, what are the reality. So the reality is that कि गोकी में जो बता रहा है ऐसा नहीं है कि मार्केटिंग जिमिक नहीं है. I start believing and my mindset will become such a tuned in such a fashion that so if you consistently follow the whatever the suggestions which are given by the coach as well as the things which are the content which is available on the app, if you apply those things in your life, definitely the health, not only physical health, your mental health and everything, every part of this will improve. Like I know whenever I tried, I put a lot of efforts previously, but I failed. Now I realized once I adopt this GOQii, I realized that I'm putting two things at a time. I'm doing exercise, I cut down on diet in the years 2013 to 2022. But in GOQii, it's a no holistic approach where ecosystem, all the four things, diet, fitness, sleep, and then finally the meditation part. So all these four things combined, and along with that, the hydration part. So I used to drink a less amount of water previously. That results into a lot of carvings. I'm unable to differentiate between my carvings and hydration issues. So with the help of coach and I start increasing my hydration part, then now I can differentiate. Is it really a hunger or it is a requirement of hydration?
So
That
interesting.
scientific approach I like the most about GOQii.
So the best thing is that you were talking about the GOQii ecosystem, right?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
right advice, the right coaching.
Correct.
There is another very big aspect of GOQii that we also have health experts who are monitoring you. In fact, one such expert is working very closely with you in the background. You may have not even interacted or very limited interaction, but she's the one who is monitoring and managing your from an expertise level. So I would now like to invite Gitika, who is a GOQii expert, live on the show. Welcome, Gitika. Good to see you.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Good
Evening.
evening, Mr. Venkat.
Good evening,
Hi,
ma'am.
Parul.
Yeah, hi.
Gitika, tell everybody, where are you joining us from? Which part of the country?
Pune. Cultural capital of Maharashtra.
Pune, of course. Pune is an amazing and beautiful city. So we were just listening to Mr. Venkat and Parul and how the entire ecosystem has helped him. He described everything. But you have to tell Gitika that what is the role of GOQii experts and how are you working closely with Parul, your GOQii coach, to manage Venkat's health?
Right. So, when Mr. Venkatrao came on board, it was, I think, January, if I'm not wrong, this year, January, right? And we have weekly discussions, like the entire team, we discuss weekly, and we also do weekly monitoring. So I also realized that the BMI of Mr. Venkatrao is a little high. He was falling into 31.1 BMI, obesity 1 category, and the main criteria was let's get him to overweight and then healthy category. And after 11 months, I am thankful to Mr. Venkatrao's dedication and Parul's efforts. His BMI now is 24.6.
Fantastic. Congratulations. And I think you've almost lost about 20 kgs or more.
20 kg.
Yeah, 20 cases.
20 kgs without going on a crash diet, without, anything, any artificial supplements. That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Nothing is artificial. Everything is normal. Normal diet, normal exercises. And the best part is that I didn't feel that I have been putting through a lot of efforts.
Fantastic. So, yeah, Gitika, please go on. Yeah.
Right. So, with our weekly monitoring, and we were in progress, like me and Parul, we were in sync. What's happening? how many steps he's doing. So sometimes we would see a very high number of step counts also. So there was this starter, let's introduce the strength training now. Too much of cardio. We don't want too much of anything at all. Even if it's a good thing, there has to be a moderation approach. And then the strength training kind of came into picture. They started introducing with small stuff and regular monitoring. And plus with Parul's coaching, and in fact, our entire coaching, the way we have, you know it well, the way we have organized it is we go into specifics. We just don't do it on a superficial basis. Ab ye kar lo, ho jayega. So, the chats have been a great medium for Parul to closely watch how Mr. Venkatrao is eating. Like, the discussions used to be so minute. Mr. Venkatrao ate vegetable uttapam. So it was not like, okay, vegetable uttapam, it's a good thing, you continue. So there was this monitoring how many vegetables. Next time, you try winter veggies to add into it. Okay, whether it was rice or suji based uttapam. So discussions were very minute and specific. I think that also helped to holistically improve the nutrition part. And Mr. Venkat said himself that diet played a very big role. So I do think that with that constant interaction with the coach played a magical part here.
No, in fact, since we have been talking about, all the changes, we have put together an amazing dashboard of data which we will be sharing with you. I think my sharing is not enabled yet. I think once they enable it, we will share that with you on his journey. So we will get back on that screen shortly. But one other question I had for you, Gitika, that how were challenges handled? Because I know I'm sure there must be days when he must have lost motivation, and I think Rupa can tell us कि कोई तो दिन होगा बोला हुआ कि आज I am going to eat everything. I am not going to follow the diet today. How did you manage those bad days, and how did you enjoy the good days?
Bad days happen with everyone. With Mr. Venkatrao, I think 10 years he has seen a lot of bad days already. So when he came out, there was already a self-motivation part that triggered with the first call and the first week of constant interaction with coach. So 50% of the challenges were met because of the constant interaction with coach. Second part came because bad days do happen. There is traveling. One fine day, oh, I'm not in the mood today. Like it's done. Today I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat. But then there is a fear, or there is a not exactly fear, but someone is looking. A teacher is there. I am going to report to her. So there is that kind. And what we do at that time is we don't really go into the directly reprimand approach. All right, it's more about okay, share with me what did you eat. Okay, next time let's plan it out this way. Or it could be Parul coming in just like you mentioned. So Parul would ask, first show me what you have the availability and then place an order. So giving availability, options, alternatives, more healthier varieties to break the monotony, that also helps us to tackle out all these day-to-day challenges in a health journey.
Correct. So we will now be sharing a quick screen to show his data and how impressive it has been. So as you can see, based on this data, Mr. Venkat came on board on 13 January, and since then, the most important aspect, he's become younger by almost 1 year and 7 months. So while his biological age is 45, his GOQii age is much younger. So we will also ask that have other people started noticing this and what has been the reaction. He's been a GOQii elite for 273 days. That's a very high commitment, which basically means he has followed habits like meditation, fitness, nutrition, sleep for a much longer time. We can see his health score has now hit 91, which is very, very healthy. It's come into the optimum category. His BMI has come in the normal range. And you can also see that over the last 11 months, he's in fact, in the month of October, he walked almost 482 kilometers. In September, his all-time high was actually in March at 537 kilometers. So clearly a lot of activity. On an average, he's been active for 2 to 3 hours a day, which has been excellent. We can see his sleep score. I mean, that is one of the best sleep scores I have seen, only in the green, which is very good. And we can see his deep sleep, all his sleep parameters are so excellent. We can also see his resting heart rate is so low, which is amazing, right? At 52, 55, that's very, very amazing. So his quality of vitals during sleep is very good. Also, as we can see, that his sleep insights and now his breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, he's been updating pretty much everything. His hydration has gone to average of 3 hours. So basically, this is statistics of a champion. So first of all, congratulations, Venkat, being a scientist yourself. What happens when you see out all the data and all these points and parameters? How has that motivated you?
So basically, the analytical part is my strong point since my school days. So whatever the data, it's a part of my job also. So initially, when I start putting the data, so the analyticals motivate me along with my coach. So whatever coach is saying, it's up to me whether to follow or not to follow. But the point is that it's always two-dimensional. One is somebody is suggesting you, the implementation is on you, so the onus is on you to implement the things. So once I start putting this data, so I realized where I was, where I am today. So the analytical parts in terms of breakfast, whatever the diet is there, so that clearly shows me, from rich of carbohydrates, that too sometimes refined carbs. So sometimes I take the carbohydrates like bread. तो पहले मैं बहुत खाता था, फिर जहाँ पे भी मिला टूर पे अभी now what I am doing is that if I want to take any sandwiches or anything, I will ask definitely, is it a whole wheat bread first of all. So like that, the healthy choices. So now I know the analytics, and in the description part also I mentioned very clearly. Otherwise, Parul madam asked whether it is stuffed with what, and then is it a atta or something else. Maida is there or not. So like
fantastic. That's so amazing. So tell me, what has now been the reaction of, you've lost 20 kg. You are almost a different person, I believe. So what has been the reaction of your colleagues, friends, family members? And of course, we would love to talk to your kids at some point of time. What has been their reaction? So please tell us what is happening around you.
Sir, the best part is that if somebody compliments you about your body, so that is the best compliment I can say. So my family knows what problems I have. So I have a big tummy and I have a snoring issue during the sleeping. So sometimes they disturb in previous years. So now those things has gone. Especially my kids are very happy. So they consider me as now my dad is very fit. And the second part is that when I entered into my factory, so many people are saying that, so you reduce the weight like anything. Is there anything new? Yeah, something you are suffering from something. So they're saying that
you're sick.
Yeah, but they are saying that you seems to be very healthy. That means you are doing something intentionally. Then I started telling the story. So I'm the GOQii player. I start with GOQii. I'm working with GOQii. And then they are giving a lot of compliments. Now you become very slim, so very active.
And hopefully younger also, right? We are saying your GOQii age is reduced.
And the wrinkles which are on my forehead, those are gone. And now I feel we have training session. We have a lot of interactions with workforce. So now I can confidently present the things to them because of I feel myself so motivated. I'm advocating the things to the people to take care of our health. So many people approaching me. Tell us what to do, what not to do.
So Rupa, tell me now, what has been the reaction of your family, friends and your neighbors? What are they telling you कि रूपा ने suddenly कुछ बदल दिया है खाने में?
सच्ची में ऐसे ही बोला सर, आपने क्या कर रही हो, आप क्या कर रही हो, भैया को क्या खिला रही हो, इतना हो गया. मेरे बोले मेरे तो कुछ नहीं कर रहे हो, वो भी खराब खुद कर रहा है. सच में बहुत लोगों का कॉल भी आया था, इनको वापस मतलब वो स्टेटस में रखते थे, मतलब जो वॉक किया तो वो स्टेटस में रखते, वो वापस वो लोग कॉल करके मतलब क्या सर कैसे कर रही हो आप, कैसे कर रहे हो, मुझे भी बता दो मैं भी करूंगा, ऐसे करके कॉल आता। घर पे भी मतलब घर पे भी कॉल आता था, मतलब इतना क्या कैसे चेंज हो गया, इतना सडनली कैसे चेंज हो गया था, इतना पतला कैसे हो गया।
No, no, fantastic. And Venkat, also tell me, when you told them that this is what is happening in GOQii, did people believe you? उनको लगा ये सब सच है कि आप ऐसे कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं?
No, sir. There are some people, those are really serious about their health. They start believing, because one thing is that I have a credibility in my factory. He doesn't throw anything in front of us. The second thing is that somebody is trying, so the results are in front of them. So they start believing. Some people are doing. So three of my friends has already start using this thing, GOQii tracker, and they find that this is useful.
No, fantastic. And also, I believe you're very active on GOQii Arena, and you've made a lot of friends also on GOQii Arena. So tell us, what do you think of the larger GOQii family in GOQii Arena and all the other players you are interacting with?
The best part is that, sir, initially I made myself so many excuses. I'm so busy, I don't have time, and all these things. So some of my friends on GOQii Arena, so I find them, there are doctors like Dr. Venugopal. He's from Mumbai. He's a orthopedician. So I feel that if a doctor who is very busy 24 by 7, if he is able to do and he is able to spare some time about his health, why can't I? So like that, Dr. Manoj, one ma'am, Bharati ma'am. So there, I'm start following all the friends. So I try my level best to match with them. Like, so if they are able to do 30,000 step counts, so why can't I do the 20,000 at least? So if I target for 20,000, at least I will achieve on an average 16 to 17,000 is my minimum step count in a day. So like that, I motivate myself. So one thing, now I'm not making any excuses. If I'm not do the workout in a single day for a big, so that becomes a part of my life now. So you can call it as a lifestyle change entirely.
No, that's incredible. Also, have you been using GOQii Store and other services quite frequently?
Yes, sir. So previously, I never used to have these seeds, nuts, and all these things. Thanks to Parul Madam, now I'm a regular consumer of sunflower seeds, watermelon seeds, pumpkin seeds. So sometimes it is like a sequence. So I have to start the day with a detox. So that is suggested by Parul ma'am. And then the seeds before going to the workout. Okay. So then I started with 3 kilometers of walking. Now with all these changes, now I can run 10 kilometers in a hour time. So that much of stamina, the endurance has got an extent. I can able to sustain even 2 hours of continuous cardio.
Fantastic. And we now just got joined by Unnati, right? Your lovely daughter. How are you, Unnati? Can you hear us? So, by the way, Unnati, please meet your father's coach, Parul. Coach
Hi,
Parul is
Unnati.
here. And we also have an expert coach. Your father has two coaches, one expert coach and one normal coach, Coach Geetika.
Hi, Unnati.
And I am his boss. No, I am not his boss.
Yes.
He is the boss. So tell us, first of all, what are the changes you are seeing in your dad now? What has happened in the last 8-10 months? What is the magic?
What changes?
क्या changes देख रहे हैं आप? टम्मी नहीं दिख रहा है. But you तो like the tummy, ना? You used to play with the tummy, I was told. आपको टमी अच्छा नहीं लगता था?
No.
Very good. So Parul, tell us that, with Venkat, how much influence did his family have on his, like this thing that no, mere tummy jana chahiye. Was it really that strong a feeling?
Yeah, matlab what I can say, like most of the time he's having a healthy food, and I asked ki, matlab, mostly I cannot say he never had outside food except when he went for an outing or for a travel regarding his work related travel. Otherwise, I think because if wife, whatever he has to eat, wife is cooking, and if she is not supporting in cooking wise, and if she cooks anything, then how what he will do, he has to eat at the end. But the best part is that she was equally supporting whatever I suggested. He was doing it. I asked to reduce the portion, reduce the oil content and everything, and reduce the carbs portion at the night. So everything was done. मतलब there was no hustle कि नहीं आज नहीं हो पाया, आज तो घर में यही बना था. There was nothing such excuses. I never found that. And he did it. The best thing was he was always consistently doing it. But there were no excuses कि नहीं आज नहीं हो पाएगा, other than when he had few health issues. Otherwise he was doing it sincerely.
So now that we have changed it, we want to run a little quiz. So this quiz we are going to play with Unnati. You have to take quiz game में, huh? Quiz game में you can take the help of your mom, by the way. Both of you are in one team, and Coach Parul is on the other team. We are going to ask one question, and everybody have to answer the right answer. Okay, and Venkat is going to tell us whether the answer is right or wrong. Okay. So the
Okay.
question is, what is Venkat's favorite breakfast? Right now, nowadays, what is his favorite breakfast item? So you can tell us first, and then Coach Parul will say, and then we'll see which is the right answer.
Dosa.
Dosa is the favorite. Okay, Parul, what is his favorite
Mostly
breakfast?
dosa or appe, that is there in the breakfast, or boiled
Okay,
egg, one
so,
boiled egg.
so what is the right answer?
So both are correct, sir. Dosha and
Both
boiled.
are correct. Okay, next question. What is his favorite drink? Favorite drink? You can't say Amul Lassi or Amul ka koi nahi, हाँ?
Milk.
Milk favorite. Oh yeah, because he works in Amul, na, his favorite cannot be. Okay, let's see what Coach Parul has to say.
Yeah, mostly he has milk. Currently he was having with chia seeds and some saffron and some desi kahwa tea also, green tea, which is on regular basis.
So
That's
Venkat, what is the truth?
The thing is that, sir, milk with chia seeds is my regular drink as well as the green tea.
Milk to have, मतलब you are the dairy scientist, right? You have to have milk. That's amazing. What is Venkat's favorite fruit? Unnati does not know the answer. I can see that.
Apple.
Apple. Okay. Parul, what's his favorite fruit?
apple or banana, I suppose.
Okay, what is the right answer?
Apple, sir.
Apple. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's a good fruit to have. And what is his favorite dessert? Sweet. What does he love to eat? Don't say Amul ice cream. Favorite sweet.
Bananas peda.
Ooh, so specific, huh? Banas peda. Okay, what is the right answer, Parul?
I don't think he has sweets because he don't log much of sweets. I think once or twice he had ice cream, but currently so he's not having any sweets. So I don't know much about the sweet part because he don't put any sweet in the food log.
No, sir. I don't have much sweets before and now also. I don't like much sweets, but my favorite food is custard, fruit custard.
I think some network issues there.
Yeah, it seems to be some network issue.
I think it's some network issues there.
Sorry, I think our connection had dropped. The minute you were going to give the answer, Parul. So you have to give that answer again.
Yeah, I was telling him mostly he don't log any sweet. He don't have any sweets. I haven't seen much of the sweets in his food logs.
Oh,
Just
what is the right answer? Is that peda?
The thing is that I don't have much sweets anytime. So my favorite is fruit custard.
Fruit custard. Oh, so
That once in a month. That's it.
nobody got the answer right. And okay, what is his favorite dinner? And by the way, we now have Jaswant also joining us. So you have to give us, it's a game we are playing. You have to guess what is your father's favorite dinner.
Salad.
Salad, that's it. Dinner with salad. Okay. Parul.
Yeah, it's mostly salad with one roti and some vegetable is there because rice is there in the lunch time and dinner time it's mostly one roti.
Okay. Okay, one other question. What is it? Sandwich for dinner.
Once a week, I think he has sandwich.
Okay, once a week is fine. Also, I think he also eats a lot of pav bhaji for some reason. I can keep seeing that on his food log.
Yesterday he had.
So Venkat, tell us also what is his most favorite item to buy from GOQii store? What does he keep ordering all the time? Seeds.
Seeds. Pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds, watermelon seeds.
Do you also like sweet seeds? No. And what about you, Jaswant? Tell me now that your dad has become super fit and slim and trim, what is your reaction? What are your friends telling you?
Nothing.
Nothing. Something they should say, right?
What do you feel?
Very good, proud of.
Ah, that's amazing. I think that is the amazing thing that, you know, when your family feels proud about you, Venkat, it is worth a million smiles. I think that is the best part about what you have achieved and this excellent team. So I would wish to once again congratulate the entire GOQii team, your coach Parul, your expert Gitika, and your own family who has been the biggest strength for you to make these changes. So before we end, we like to know what is your future goal and what are your thoughts around GOQii and your entire health journey. So let us start with you. What do you think are your future goals now?
So the one thing is that I'm so happy whatever I have achieved. The thing is that, sir, we always believe in sustainability as a professional. I need to sustain this. So fitness is my first thing and the last thing also. Okay, I want to continue this journey with GOQii and as well as, if possible, reduce my weight further to ideal, that is 68 kgs.
Oh, wow, that's quite a task. Parul, 68 kgs kam hone wala hai.
2 kgs more to go. Like currently
just around the corner.
Yeah. It's around 70.4 or 5. So it's only 2.5 kgs. So I'm focusing on that he should maintain it and currently, and moreover, I'm adding some strength exercises and the cardio part, both are going together. So the main thing that I have to maintain it and slowly we will go to 68 and 69 like that.
Yeah. Gitika, what are your views?
I think the main, thing we would like to continue would be that you mentioned like wrinkles are no more there.
Yeah,
and you mentioned that you feel so light and so, so fit. So that feeling.
Yes.
Plus, I would also like to say that medically, all your reports ever, they are always clear. You continue to feel fit, continue to have that GOQii age, lesser than your biological age. So that's what our plan will be for you in the next quarter, in the next year. And wish you all the best, Mr.
And I think the best thing is that you are now the role model for your kids, which is the best part, right? I think Unnati and Jaswant, you need to see your dad, how amazing he is, how, while he works very hard for the family in his office, but he's also working hard for his own health. But that is for you, so that he can spend more time with you, he can give you more family time, and you can enjoy as a family together. And again, kudos to Rupa to be part of equal team member also in this journey. So with that, thanks once again for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you soon, and hoping that your journey continue and you continue to be younger and younger on GOQii. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Ashwan. Bye, Unnati. Bye.